Okay, listen to this very carefully. I will share the screen now. Okay, so the pawns will be on the second rank, white pawns. All the black pawns will be on the 7th rank. Okay, white pawns move from second rank like this. Okay, wait, let's do it again. So white pawns move from second rank to 8th rank. Okay, like this. Similarly, black pawns will 7th rank, and then it goes towards first rank. Okay, white pawn will start in the second rank because you have arranged the pawn here. It will go till 8th rank. Black pawns, you have arranged it in the 7th rank. It will go towards first rank. Any doubt in this? So this is the first point. White pawn will start in the second rank. It will go till 8th rank. 8th rank is the end. Okay. Same way, black pawn will start from the 7th rank. Go till first rank. Okay. So now this pawn, I'm going to take it for the very first time. So this is the second point. Remember carefully. I will ask you. Okay. I'll ask you what is the first point, what is the second point and all. Okay. Pawn, and it is going to move for the very first time. Right. Since it is going to move for the very first time, it can move 2 steps. Or that is a kind of special treatment the pawn. Okay? If you don't want to move it 2 steps, okay, at the very first move, you have a choice to move it 2 steps. If you don't want to use that choice, you can also move it 1 step. There is nothing wrong in it. Very first move, every pawn is given choices. It can either make 2 steps or it can also make 1 step. If you don't want to use that thing, if you don't want to use the 2 steps, you can also move your pawn. Also correct. Okay, now this pawn is moved. You have already moved. It is not in the starting position. You have already moved it. Now it can move only 1 step. Now it cannot make 2 steps. Okay, now it can move only 1 step. See, here there is a white. This black pawn cannot go anywhere because the white is blocking it. Okay, so pawns will never capture like this. Pawns will only move forward. But the third point here I'm going to tell, pawns will capture 1 step diagonal. Okay, if there is a piece here or here, this pawn is controlling these 2 squares which I have rounded it. Okay, if there is a own piece here, imagine there is a white knight here, the pawn will support. Imagine it here, the pawn can attack, and if the opponent did not care about the attack, then the pawn will capture. Okay, so pawns control only these 2 squares. So how do you find these 2 squares? 1 step diagonal. That 2 pawns will never move backwards. For this pawn, for this black pawn, this is forward, right? Because it has started from 7th rank. It is going towards first rank. So these 2 squares would be 1 step diagonal. Started here. If you imagine yourself sitting here in the board, then this would be forward. This is where the pawn, black pawn can capture. This is where the black pawn can control. Only these two squares. For pawn, only two squares. One step forward. That too diagonally. Okay. So if there is own piece here, it will give support. If there is a black piece, the black pawn will give support. If there is a white piece, black pawn can capture. It can attack. Okay. Those two squares are empty. Then the black pawn controls f5. The black pawn controls d5. The white pawn controls f6. White pawn controls d6. So this is okay. So now let's take a pawn. Anudipti, can you tell me which squares this pawn is controlling?
The square's pawn is controlled.
Check correctly and tell. Wait, pawn is on e4. Which two squares it is controlling?
Control.
எந்த ரெண்டு ஸ்கொயரை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றது? So I said one step forward diagonal. Only one step. Can you repeat again? Five. One more square. F5. Very good. Okay. Next. Kanya, which squares this pawn is controlling?
G6. E6.
Very good. E6. Then
E6. G6.
G6. Very good. Now, we're done. Which squares this black pawn is controlling? Vardhan, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So which two squares is controlling?
D4. 4.
Very good. And then F4. Very good. D4 and F4. Okay. Now Vibhav, which squares this pawn is?
H4 and F4.
Very good. Okay. Now, okay, be on mute. Now, Anudipti, if black has to play, okay, if black has to play, can this pawn capture the knight? Yes, it can capture. Very good. Be on mute. Capture like this. Okay. So now, Kanya, can the black pawn capture this rook?
S.
Yes, it can capture because it is one. Okay, now Vardhan, can this black pawn capture this knight?
No.
No. Why no? Because
After F3.
Because this is backwards, right? So this
Yes.
pawn comes like this. It goes from, wait, 7th rank.
G.
Okay, but this is backwards. So pawns cannot. Okay, so now who's there? Vibhav, right? So Vibhav, there is a white pawn here. Can it capture the bishop? Can the white pawn capture the bishop?
No, ma'am.
Vibhav, the white pawn ஆல இந்த bishop capture பண்ண முடியுமா? Can it capture?
No.
No, because the bishop is back. Forward. Okay, very good. So is everyone clear with it? Now let's learn what will happen when a pawn goes to the end of the board. Okay, so we learned white pawn will start here. It will go towards G8. This G2 pawn, it will go towards G8. Let's play, then white can make the next move. But let's say this is the position. From G7, the pawn is going to G8. Now, can it come backwards? No, it cannot come backwards. Right? Then what will it do in G8? It gets promoted. Okay? About this, only to 4 pieces. Always remember, there can be only one king in the chessboard. For white, there will be one king. And for black, there will be one king. Okay? So, because king is the main, if king is checkmated, if king is defeated, the game ends. So that is why we cannot take one more king. It is not possible. And then this is a pawn. Pawn is useless here because it is not going to go backwards. It doesn't have a play here. Because we learned pawns never move backwards. Okay, so you cannot promote it to a pawn. That would be useless. You cannot promote it to king. That is not possible because there can be only one leader. Okay, and if the leader is defeated, the game ends. Okay, so always remember the pawns can be promoted only to these 4 pieces. Which are those 4 pieces? Either to a queen or to a bishop or to a knight. Only these 4 pieces: queen, rook, bishop, or knight. So you can take that piece according to your position, according to your necessity. Okay, so how will I do that? 7th rank. Now it is white's turn to move. White has to put the pawn on 8th rank. Okay, if it is a physical chessboard, you have to take your G7 pawn, put it to G8, then take it outside the board and then choose one. Okay, so this is how you promote, and this pawn which get promoted to a queen will be like a queen. Also remember, even if you have one queen already, you can still take one more queen. When the pawn is getting promoted, you can take it as queen. 2 bishops. Okay, when you are promoting a pawn, you can take a bishop if you want. There is a pawn here and I'm promoting it. I can take a bishop and this bishop will act like a dark. Okay, in the game, if we are already having two bishops, okay, one light square bishop, one dark square bishop, this will be an additional dark square bishop, and this piece will act like a bishop, dark square bishop. Okay, so this concept is called promotion. Okay, so let's do this. There is a piece here, and I want to use this pawn and capture. So we'll start with Vibhav. So where will the pawn move first, Vibhav? Vibhav Virkia, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Answer.
ma'am.
So what is the first move for the pawn? This pawn is on E5.
E6.
Yes, move the pawn to E6.
Mom.
The real game, black will play something. Okay, this is for practice. Okay, where else will you move the pawn? Can you capture the rook from here?
No, ma'am.
No, it is not possible. Now where will you put the pawn? You have to promote. So where will it get promoted? What is the next move?
E7.
E7. Then it's easy, you tell. Next, where will it go?
E8.
Which piece will you promote this pawn? So you have four options. You have four options.
Right, ma'am.
Very good. So one, promote this pawn to a knight. Now can you capture this in one move?
C7.
Yes. Knight to C7. Very good. So this is how you get pick knight, because it is easy for us to capture the rook. Okay, very good. When it comes to the first rank, it will get promoted. Just a second. Okay. Okay. Rook, back. Pawn. Okay. Okay. So this is a pawn. Now Vardhan,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
where should I move the pawn first? It's in the 7th rank. Where should I move it? It's in the 7th rank. Where should you move it?
E8. E8.
No. That is a black pawn, right? Black pawn will not
E6. E
rank, and it goes towards first rank.
E6.
Yes. You can move one step, E6, okay?
E5.
Yes. E6, or you can directly move to E5 because this is the first move. Why?
Okay.
Where will it go? You have to promote it. So where will promotion happen? It will happen only in the first rank.
E4.
E4. After E4?
E3. E3.
E4?
E3.
Very good. E3. Then
E2.
E2. Then in E1, can you promote it?
Yes.
So to which piece you want to promote it?
Queen.
Okay, very good. So this is how a promotion happens. Okay, pawn promotion. Pawn, when it reaches the end of the board, okay, if it is black pawn, 7th rank to first rank. First rank is where it gets promoted. If it is white pawn, it goes from 2nd rank to 8th rank. 8th rank is where it gets promoted. Okay. everyone? So now, Kanya, can you answer this? Wait, I will set a position. You answer that. Okay, start. Kanya, where will this pawn move first?
G1.
G5, very good. Because at the first move, you have an option to make it 2 steps. If you don't want to do that, you can also take it to G6. Okay.
Now G2.
Okay, then
G1.
G1 now. Can it jump to G1 from G4? No, it cannot.
G2.
Then
G1. G1.
Then G2 and then G1. So which piece will you promote it to so that you can capture the rook?
Queen.
Queen. Yes, you can take a queen. So that must be piece. Black queen. Now the next move, the queen can capture this rook. Okay. So next, Sanjay. Now can you answer? I want to promote this pawn. So where should I move first?
F4.
So it is in F4. Where will it go?
F3.
See, this is a black pawn. Pawns will not move backward.
F5.
Yes. So initially you will arrange all the white pawns. So this is our starting position would be, right? So this pawn will be here. Okay. So now I gave you the position here. So it goes only to F5. After F5,
F6. F7.
then
F8.
F8. So which piece you want to promote it to?
Queen.
Yeah, queen. You can promote it to queen. Okay. So Anudipti,
Yes, ma'am.
just you can promote a pawn. To which all pieces you can promote a pawn? Hello? No, I'm asking you, எந்தெந்த pieces pawn promote பண்ணுவ?
pawn எந்தெந்த பீஸ் ப்ரோமோட் பண்ணலாம்னு கேக்குறாங்க.
pawn வந்து 8. Which pieces can you promote it to? எந்த 4 piece promote பண்ணலாம்? புரியல. Knight, okay. You can promote it to knight. Then
ஒரு பீசஸ் சொல்லு. என்னென்ன பீசஸ் தான் ப்ரோமோட் பண்ணலாம் நிதானமா ஃபர்ஸ்ட்.
very good. Bishop, knight, okay. வேற என்ன promote பண்ண? ஆமா, queen and rook. So when promotion, you have to omit 2 pieces. You cannot promote it to a king. It is not possible. Promote it to a pawn because it is already a pawn. Other 4 pieces you can promote it to. So it is your choice. Okay, now Anudipti, can you answer how we capture this bishop? Where will the pawn go? Move
E5.
E5, then
E6.
E6, then
E7.
okay. From E7, can you capture this?
Say louder.
Yes, but when you capture this, it goes to 8th rank, so it gets promoted. After capturing, now it's in 8th rank, so you have to promote it. To which piece you will promote it to?
Which piece you promote? Which piece? எந்த piece promote பண்ணலான்னு கேக்குறேன்.
Bishrapa, can you tell it again? புரியலடா. We'll take a bishop. Very good. Okay, so from this example, what did you all learn? Even when you capture at the 8th rank, that piece still went to the 8th rank and you can promote it. Okay, so any doubt in pawn? So pawn means you have points you have to remember. Okay, very first move, pawn can move 2 steps or 1 step. That 2 step is also an option. If you want to use it, you can use it. If not, you can simply move your pawn 1 step. But once the pawn is moved, if it is moved all only one step. Only at the very first move, every pawn, all up to the player. Okay. Second point, pawns will never move backwards. That is why it is getting promoted when it reaches the end. Okay. And then pawns control only 1 step diagonal, this side and that side, only 2 squares, and that is where it captures. That is where it attacks. That is when those 2 squares, if those 2 squares are empty, then they control. What else did we learn? Okay, when pawn promotion, you can take only any one among these 4 pieces: knight, bishop, rook, and then queen. Even if you have 2 queens, you still can take one more queen. Even if you have 2 knights, if you want to promote it to a knight, again that would be a 3rd knight. Okay, so that's how promotion is. And then at the end we saw an example that if it captures at the 8th rank, still it can get. Okay, so this is out upon us. Is everyone clear with it? Any doubt? Ask it now. So from next class, we are going to see a game. Okay, so how it is implied in the game. I want to know if you know. Okay, that we will do next class, and after that you would be having a game with one of our senior students. Okay, I will pick some students there and I will ask them to play with you. So for that you need to log into Leechess. I will give you the details later so that you can ask your parents for you and log in. So you can literally move the pieces and play with them. Okay, so whichever student is playing, I will set up a person, and after that we will be having a class, and after that class would be a tournament. Okay, so like today is Wednesday, next class I want every one of you to be clear with how each pieces move, how each pieces control, how each pieces give support, how each pieces attacks, how each piece captures. Do a full link wherein you can go click the rook and practice rook. You can go click the bishop and practice. Okay, so I'll send the link after this class or by night. Okay, so you practice it more. Only when you practice, you will understand it by yourself. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you just tell. If not, we'll move to next concept. Fast, fast, fast. Any doubt? Does every one of you know how each piece is moved? Any doubt, Vardhan?
No doubt. No doubt.
An important topic.
No doubt.
Okay, so if no doubt, then put everyone please be on mute. So we learned 3 words: control, attack, support. What are these 3 words? A work of a piece, okay? Job of a piece, okay? We can say knight from here is controlling these empty squares. All these landing squares, we can say knight is controlling because it is doing the job of. Okay. So this h5 and then this h3. Okay. But if there is a opponent's piece, then you can say the knight is attacking. Only if it is white's turn to play here, you can capture this. To play in this position, then black will move somewhere. Okay, so that is the difference between attack and capture. By seeing this, you can say the knight is attacking the rook. But you don't know who actually should make a move. If I say black to play, then this black rook, you have to see black rook is under attack, then it has to escape. Right? So there are 3 ways to escape. So that is very important. First thing is move away from the attack. So now if black has to play this game, okay, if black then it should simply move this rook away from the attack because here is knight controlling, right? If you move it to another square, then the rook is safe. There is no more attack. You have safe guarded your rook. So the first option, move away and escape the attack. So today we are going to learn how to escape an attack. Okay, so that is one example. So it is rook which moved away. So it used move to escape. Okay. Next, imagine this is a position. Now, if white has to play, white can capture the bishop. Now, let's say in this position, black has to play. Okay. Now, Vibhav, can you tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
How will you escape? So, how you have to play black and make the bishop escape.
Bishop move பண்ணுவேன் move பண்ணுவேன்
So bishop is under attack. Move it away to a safe square. Safe square ka detko. How does it?
F6. F6.
சொல்லுடா
F6.
Just move away from the attack because the rook can control only this e file and then this first run. This is safe, so you just move. Now you moved away and made the bishop escape. Okay, very good. So now there is one more concept which is called blocking. Okay, example, there is a bishop here and then we can also say there is a knight here. And let's take this as the position. Okay, See, this is the position. This is where we are starting, and here white player has to make a move. Remember, white has to move, and white is making the move like this. Now, by making this move, now who has to play? Black has to play. Black has to either move away the bishop and escape, or it can put this piece in between like this and block the attack. Okay, earlier there was an attack to the bishop. Now the knight blocked it. Attack to the bishop, but the attack went to the knight. So this is blocking. Use your another piece and block the attack. Okay. So let's take this as a position. Now Kanya, answer me. Black is playing this and it is attacking the rook. How can you make the white so it attack pandrathu. So we learned two ways: move, block. So you can use any one and make it escape. Move means you have to move to the safe square. Block means you have to use another piece and that piece will block the attack. It's easy. You just think for a minute, you will get it.
A2.
A2, what is there in it? A2 rook, 2. Where will you put the A2 rook?
D2.
Very good. So if you put the A, then this rook is blocking the attack. Now there is no more attack to the D1 rook. Okay, very good. Next. So there is a third option. Okay, so we saw how to move and escape, how others be on mute, how to block and escape. Now there is one more thing. This is the position. And black is making the move. Black is making like this. Attacking the queen. Now what can you do? You can either use your rook and capture the attacker. Now the queen is away from the check. Queen is away from the attack. So check is the word we use only for the king, okay? Not for other pieces. So that we will learn later, okay? So now got captured. Sorry, the rook was attacking the queen. Okay, it was like this. The rook, you can either capture the rook with the queen also, right? So queen goes that way, right? So capturing an attacker will get you away from the attack. Now you are safe because the attacker is captured. Okay, so there are three options to either move away and escape, or block with another piece and escape, or capture whoever is giving the attack. If you capture some other piece, you will not be away from the attack. You have to capture whoever is attacking, whichever piece is attacking. Okay, so move, block. These are the three ways you will escape an attack. Okay, control, support, and attack are the function of a piece, or you can also say work done by each piece. Okay, each piece can control, it can attack if it can support if it can. Those are the three concepts that is separate. Okay, These three, move, block, capture, what are those things? So these are the methods we use. Okay, at the beginner level, there are more to it, which you will learn in and like higher levels. Okay, so for now, basics. Capture. These are the three things you use for escaping an attack. Okay, clear with this? Any doubt? So can you finish the class now? Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Thanks, ma'am. Ma'am.